Please welcome Davy Crockett.
I brought a little paper here so I can stay on track and stay within the 7-minute guideline. But let me just ask you here tonight, how many of you are going to vote for Barack Obama? Go ahead, raise your hand. All right. Let me ask you another question. Would you vote for someone that voted with Obama 20% of the time? What about 40% of the time? 50? What about 61% of the time? That's good news. Because that means that you cannot vote for Bob Corker. You see, Bob Corker voted with Barack Obama 61% of the time. Now let me tell you what 61% looks like. 61% looks like confirming Eric Holder to Attorney General. Even though we had all the information we needed, a U.S. Senator is supposed to take that responsibility serious and not confirm those that are going to vote or work against the people. Now the consequence of standing for wrong, because Bob Corker and the 19 other Republicans thought they were reaching across the aisle. But when you stand for wrong today in hopes of standing for right tomorrow, guess what happens? In this case, one border control agent dead. Over 200 Mexicans also lost their life. But you see, 61% goes much further. Just this year, Bob Corker voted to confirm Jesse Furman to the federal bench. Why is that important? Because Jesse Furman said that the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms, is outdated. And that it is the purpose that we have crime in America, that it glorifies the ownership of weapons. Ladies and gentlemen, if we lose the Second Amendment, we have lost this country. The Bill of Rights was put into the Constitution for a reason. And we can sit here tonight and vote on personal preference. We can vote on party. But if we don't vote on the Constitution of the United States of America, we have voted against ourselves. 61% looks like voting to raise the debt ceiling. Well, we know we don't have the money for it. And we're borrowing from our sworn enemy, communism, China. Our loyalty doesn't rest with a party. Our loyalty doesn't rest with an individual. Our loyalty rests with the Constitution of the United States of America. Why? Because it was built on the premise that our rights are endowed upon us by the Almighty God. You see, that's what the Declaration of Independence says. And among those rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Today, we got to get serious. We got to get serious about protecting our country before there's not a country to protect. You see, I am the constitutional conservative to Bob Corker. I'm a proud Tennessean. I'm a Christian. I'm a war veteran. I believe that our solutions are not found in government. It's not found in Washington, D.C. And they proved it. Our solutions are found with people in this room and people in our communities. That's why the solutions that I promote and will support are solutions that are designed to return power to the people. Number one, we must overhaul our tax system. Not repeal it. I mean, not try to reform it, but get rid of it. Because that is the source of power and control in Washington. They get special treatment. The Constitution does not lay out special provisions where they can pick winners and losers, whether it be individuals or businesses. That's number one. But we must go deeper than that. Healthcare. Our healthcare costs are ridiculous because we don't leverage the free market. We say the government knows best. We say our business that we work for knows best. We need to put healthcare back in the free market. We work on those two things. We have done a lot for ourselves and a lot to save America. We must stop the deficit spending, protect property rights, protect the right to keep and bear arms. But most importantly, we must demand a high moral and ethical standard and remind these people that they work for us. We don't work for them. That's why when you call my office after we're elected, and it is we, you ask for Zach Poskevich, the senator from Tennessee. You won't ask for Senator Poskevich. How can I be a servant of the people if I elevate myself with a title? It was never meant to be that way, friends. You know, identifying the problem is easy, but how can you solve it? If we use some of the things I mentioned before, we leverage the free market. We leverage American innovation. Most importantly, we leverage individual liberty. This election is not about me. This election is about you in this room. This election is about us. This election is about America and whether or not we are going to protect it. This election will determine whether Americans stood and fought and we have our freedom, or apathy ruled the day and we lost our freedom. My name is Zach Poskevich, and I'm running for the Republican nomination for U.S. Senate. And I'm here today to ask for your support 3 ways. Spiritually, I need your prayers. And I need you to pray for our communities and our citizens of this great country. 2, I need your volunteerism. 3, I need your monetary donations so we can keep on passing out the material. I encourage you to go to zachforsenate.com for details. If you have any questions, feel free to see me tonight or get in touch with me. Thank you for your time.